Hi, this is Matt Ullman, and here, get me a little bit better in shot here. There we go. Talking about emotions because they just kind of hit me this morning. I was watching. It started off. I got up. Damn it. There we go. I got up and I've been recording movies on DV. Well, I guess kind of TiVoing. Charter Cable has a digital box that you can record things on. And I recorded the Shadow of a Vampire. Good movie. Quite a few people that I forgot were in it, and a couple of people I didn't even know were in it. Well, I didn't know of them at the time. Eddie Izzard being the main one. I didn't know who he was the first time I saw it, so it didn't click for me. He was good in that. It wasn't really funny at all. He was just acting, and it was rather refreshing. So, and then I was trying to decide what to watch next, and flipping through the channels while I was looking through my DVR programs and found Deep Impact. Never really have watched that thing all the way through, but I caught it just as the end was starting, where they're talking about, or where the reporter is apparently putting her kid on a airplane or on a helicopter to go off to God knows where. I didn't catch that part. So I started there and started watching it because it's a good movie. I mean, to me, you say it's just a Armageddon ripoff, and yeah, maybe it is. I think it's a little bit better done because they could see the mistakes Armageddon made and avoid them, like the plague. And so it was pretty good. And was watching, and it got toward the end, where the rock hits the ocean and everybody just scrambles. I had to laugh. They were showing a scene in New York, I'm guessing. Ladies running through stalled traffic holding a cat carrier or a pet carrier. Like now that's dedication. The world's about to end, but you still remember your pet. I know, shit, I'd do it too. I'd definitely go and grab Shadow. Say, okay, we're going and you're coming with. I don't know if I'd bring Lita. Probably would. I mean, she's just in a cage. Lita being my tarantula, who's I'm surprised not dead yet. And that's not being mean. It's we got her when she was 2 and she's 12. I mean, come on. She's one of those legs has to be her last one at this point. But they came to the scene where the astronauts on the ship the Messiah are getting ready to basically kill themselves to take out the bigger of the two asteroids, rocks, comets, whatever the fuck it is. I think it's a comet, and this the first part ended up being a very, very large rock. And it really hit me. I hadn't seen the movie in a while, but it really hit me. I started tearing up and looking, and it took quite a bit not to start crying at that. And just it made me wonder, as because I knew I was fighting it right off the bat. It's like, why? Why am I doing this? I haven't had a good crying. oh, oh man. Since my first grandma died in 1992, it's 2008. I mean, this is what I can remember. That was the last time I honestly remember crying. Um, and that was because I took one look at my other grandma who was alive and realized she was the last of that line. I never knew my grandpa. My grandfathers were both dead when I was born, so it was just my grandma's. And here's one and one left now. So, and that really hit me. So, But, going through and watching all the family and, friends say goodbye, and it just it didn't make me uncomfortable. How much time do I have left? Oh, good. It didn't make me uncomfortable as much as it really just hit. I don't know why men avoid crying as feverishly as they do. I mean, it's almost to a point of a phobia. God, you can't cry. No, 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 can't do that. Well, in my case, I know why I don't. Well, one, as you just saw, I wear glasses. Anybody who has glasses, you cry and you wear glasses and you got all these little spots, and no matter how many times you wash the damn things, there's always one or two there. It's annoying. It gives you a headache. And that's the other one. For me, if I really start crying, I get a horrific headache. I don't know what it is, but it just happens. So I was thinking about this as I was waking up, and it makes me wonder because women don't have that problem. And I don't look at it as the weaker sex or anything like that. I think it's because of how the two genders look at things. Men are more factual. It's like, oh man, this is a really touching moment here. We understand the concept of the moment, but we just can't bring ourselves to immerse ourselves in the moment. Women prefer emotion because they realize for them, that's the driving force. It isn't so much the facts as it is the experience, what memories tie to that experience. That's why a lot of times men have a hard time, especially with art or music. They have a hard time later on, like, recalling a feeling to a certain type of music or art, or if they feel that way, they can't really tie it into anything else. We forget that. It's just the facts. Women have a much easier way of connecting things emotionally, and I really envy them for that. Because God knows I wish I could. I feel it almost makes you feel a bit empty. I don't know if many other men feel like this, but it almost makes you, when we have little moments like this, whether it's deep impact or, one scene that I'm sure my dad at least teared up on one of the first times he saw it was the last scene of The Shootist, the John Wayne movie, when John Bernard Books was the character's name, ended up getting shot and died. It probably had more impact for him when he watched it the first time after John Wayne died, because this is the final death scene for him. And he does good, that scene's actually played out pretty well. But after that, it just kind of loses its power. One song recently that did it for me was Geisa's Spancil Hill. Spansil, Hill, and Geisa, Gaesa, I believe. Look it up. Wonderful song. First time I heard it, I literally was crying. Wasn't the boo-hoo crying, but I couldn't stop the tears that time. And I even tried. I listened to it like 4 times, and it just got worse. I can do it now. It still twings me a little bit, but I can do it now. That's I think that's the great tragedy of being a man. We find things that emotionally affect us, and then we put ourselves through it again and again and again and again and again and again until it doesn't anymore. Instead of savoring it, only listening to it occasionally, because then when we want to, we don't have the effect anymore. Anyway, that'll do it for me, and hopefully we'll have another one up soon.